What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to Saturday night's late night agenda, and this is the last late night agenda of the season, so let's have a bit of fun. I hope that you're all well. I hope that you're in a good mood. I hope you're looking forward to tomorrow, last day of the Premier League campaign, last day where we won't get to say that we're technically champions, because the whole of the next seasons will be shouting on about being champions forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Right now, technically, I suppose, in my head, in a weird way, I kind of still think of City being champions till the season ends, the same way I think of us being Club World Cup champions until somebody comes and wins that. But look, we're champions. It's okay. We're champions. I understand I'm a little bit back and forth on this one, but this is welcome to my head. Do you know what I mean? My head does go through some weird phases. But look, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to start off tonight by giving you all a sincere thank you from everybody associated with our channel. The support that you guys have given us throughout the season, right to the end, has been remarkable, and I just want you to know that we really appreciate it. So thank you to each and every one of you. And look, there's loads to get through tonight. I feel like we're going to have a good bit of fun. So I hope you're in a good mood, because there's a bit to get through with regards to transfers, a little bit of a section on Adam Lallana, but most importantly, I want this to be your stream. I want this to let you guys to let me know what you want to talk about. So how are we? Let me start off by saying a few hellos. Mark Caldwell, Param, Kizzer, Mr. Williams, Kevin Smith, how are you all? I hope that you're all doing well. LFC3 said that's a nice background. Thank you very much. We do like to shake things up every now and again. Love the stream, said Matthew Earl. Thank you, mate. What else we got? Loving the new desk. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Yeah, we are live. We were a little bit delayed. Sorry. That's my bad. I had a few little bits and pieces that I had to attend to here in the house that delayed the start of the stream. But we are live now. Now, where do we want to start tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Will we get straight into the transfer talk? Because I know that's what all you transfer hounds are here for, much like myself. And then we can get into having a bit of fun afterwards. Does that work? We go through the transfer stuff? Right, so according to reports in Germany, Thiago has submitted a transfer request to try and force through a move to Liverpool. His desired move to Liverpool is really what I should be saying. The support says as well, though, that as well as the player wanting the move, Jurgen Klopp has also asked the Reds board to sign the player. His favourite number 6, by the way, has also been freed up, because as you know, Dejan Lovren looks like he's off to Zenit St. Petersburg. A fee has been agreed there. I would go as far as to say that's going to happen. I mean, him to Zenit St. Petersburg look like it's going to happen. So that does free up the number 6 shirt that we know Thiago wants so much. Now, as always, the Echo have been trying to pour cold water on this, and it makes me laugh because they put like hundreds of stories, well, that's an exaggeration, but dozens of stories up about Thiago, and then they always squeeze in this one little line there. The Echo understands that currently Liverpool have no interest in the player, but yet they have like clickbait, 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 just wanting the fans to go and click on it, because they know we all want to know news about Thiago. But when you go in, then you see Christian Falk of Bild, and you see Yana Gefjortov, and you see Fabrizio Romano, and other journalists based in Europe seem to suggest that Liverpool are definitely interested in Thiago. I still think that there is some interest here, but I also was absolutely convinced that we were going to go and get Timo Werner. So, you know, once bitten, twice shy and all this. In fact, it's probably twice bitten, because I'm still a little bit scarred over the whole Fekir situation as well, which I'm sure some of you guys probably are. But what do you guys think on this one? I mean, there seems to be still a little bit of work to be done with regards to the transfer fee, and Bayern Munich wants something like £35 million. Liverpool are offering something like £25 million with add-ons. An agreement will probably be reached somewhere in the middle, and it does look like, I mean, there's so many things pointing to the fact that he wants to move. He's refusing to sign a new deal at Bayern Munich. His favourite number 6 has come up. His house is up for sale in Munich. But I don't understand. No, I don't mean this to be a dig at the Echo, because I've nothing against the Echo, far from it. I just don't understand the dichotomy of how you can put out so many stories about a player and then say, but as far as we're concerned, there's no interest in the player. Well, let us know why. Perhaps. Maybe just let us know why you don't think there's any interest in the player, because it would genuinely intrigue us more than some of these silly headlines that you put out there trying to get people to click on the story. So, I don't know. I think there is interest there, and I understand that people will say he's not an FSG type sign. He's 29 years of age. You've heard me say all these things a lot over the past couple of weeks with regards to Thiago, but there is no real news to speak of other than the report that he has put in a transfer request. Whether he has or has not, I suppose, will come out. Another thing, an interesting thing to consider when we're talking about Thiago is the fact that Bayern Munich still have the Champions League to play for. They are still involved in that competition, and that will run in August. So even if he was to move anywhere, whether it be Liverpool or elsewhere, that would probably wait until after the Champions League. And from Liverpool's perspective, if they bought the player now and he got injured, let's say, in the Champions League, then, you know, they still have the game against Chelsea to take care of, albeit they have a healthy goal advantage there, but they still have to play that second leg, and then they have to play the one-legged quarterfinals, semi-finals, and depending on how far they go. So the club, from our perspective, will obviously keep that in mind, because the last thing any of us are going to want is for Liverpool to go, get a medical done on Thiago, agree with Bayern Munich, sign the contract, and then he goes and gets injured, does his ACL, and he's out for the whole of next season. I'm not saying that is the case, that's why we're holding off. I'm just trying to, you know, give some valid reasons as to why this might drag out a little bit. It seems the player wants to move, it seems that wages won't be an issue. And it will be a nice finish to his career, I suppose, as well. He will have played in Spain with Barcelona, he will have played with Bayern Munich, and then he will come and play for the best club in the world, Liverpool Football Club. So let's just wait and see what works on this one and what happens on this one. But I want to go over to you guys and see if you guys have any stories or anything on Thiago that you've seen that maybe I've missed out on. That's true, Thiago is injury prone, said Joy. He has had injuries. I mean, I'd be a liar, mate, if I came on here and said that he hasn't had some injuries. I don't know if he's injury prone or not, because from what I've read, he still managed to play over 30 games a season for Bayern Munich while he's been there. I'm not saying they're 30 Bundesliga games, but 30 games per season while he's been there, from what I've read. Hamid said, what about Ismaila Sarr? I've seen vague links, and again, some stuff might come out if Watford go down tomorrow. Or is it tomorrow? Yes, it is tomorrow, the last games of the season. I forget what day of the week it is. Does anybody else get that with this whole coronavirus situation? The days are just rolling into each other and you just forget what fucking day it is. But Sarr is somebody who only moved to Watford from Ron for 30 million quid last year or last summer. If they go down, yes, he'll probably be available. If they stay up, I'd say they probably want to hang on to him. Maybe Sadio can have a little word in his ear. Obviously, they're international teammates. Again, he's a very raw player, so I don't know if he's ready yet. But then again, Klopp will turn anybody that has any God-given talent into a superstar. So, right, let me get through more of your comments. The most important thing is, are FSG interested, said Elijah John 5. It's a very good point, mate. We do have to take that into account, because what worried me, and I said this yesterday and I said it on a few streams, is that tweet. I can't get that tweet from Jan Fjorthoff out of my head that said that Klopp wanted Werner but was told no. That concerns me, and I don't want to be concerned, because I've always been of the belief that Jurgen Klopp and the board work together, and if Klopp gives him a player that he wants, they try to get him. But if Klopp says that he wants a player and he's told no, especially when the player is reasonable with regards to a transfer fee, that worries me. But then again, I'm looking forward to having a catch-up with Jan Fjorthoff where we can talk about this, and that is scheduled to happen in August, so again, keep an eye out for that one. Look, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, this is our last late night agenda of this season. We're going to do the watch-along tomorrow, and we're going to do a Soccer Saturday type thing where we go through all the games that have any permutations for Champions League, Europa League and relegation. So Connor will be here with me for that one tomorrow. We'll have a post-match show as well, and then we're going to take next week off. So yeah, this is the last real late night agenda of the season, and I don't know why, but I feel a little bit emotional about it, because it's been one hell of a great season, and I enjoy these nightly streams, and I enjoy chatting with you guys. So well, I don't know why. I feel a little bit emotional tonight, but yeah, thank you for being with me, as I said, throughout it all, and I know Connor feels the same way as well. Koulibaly is what we need. Yeah, Koulibaly ain't going to happen. That's for the dreamers out there, Shane. One for the dreamers. What else we got? Craig, I'm sorry if you don't sign anyone this summer. I am FSG out, simple as, says Rising Baller. Mate, everybody's entitled to their own opinions. Do you know what I mean? The days of me really getting angry at people over opinions, I think, have to be gone, because I can't tell anybody what they should and shouldn't think. I mean, what I would say is, let's be a bit careful about wanting new owners, because heaven knows what type of owners we might get. The worst thing that could happen to us is we get owners like those at United that are only interested in a pound note and are only interested in milking money out of the club, and that doesn't make me that doesn't fill me full of confidence, put it that way. Who is Connor? Well, you obviously aren't somebody that watches the channel very much, mate. Connor is the person that designs all the graphics on the channel. Connor is the other half of Anfield Agenda. Connor's the guy who makes the thumbnails. Connor's the guy who does all the technical stuff on the channel. And without Connor, this channel wouldn't exist. Right, got to move on now to another centre-back. Somebody who I've already mentioned before and somebody whose name has popped up again in a couple of articles today. I am, of course, talking about Real Betis centre-back Issa Mondi, who's been linked with another move because of as a possible replacement for Dejan Lovren. He's 28 years of age. He's in the last year of his Real Betis contract, and Estadio Deportivo believe we're keeping a close eye on the situation. It's believed that a fee of around 10 million quid will be enough to sign him, but even at that, they still suggest that Liverpool are going to try and come in and lowball on that, and I love that. I do love a lowball offer. Presuming we go and get the player in the long run, but I do love a low ball offer. Again, I'm not going to pretend I've any knowledge on this guy. In fact, I've no fuck all about this guy, if I'm being quite frank about it. But whoever we are going to bring in, it looks like it will be as a fourth choice centre back, because that's pretty much what Dejan Lovren is/was. And look, I don't think that we can really talk about Dejan Lovren without giving him credit for the time that he was here. I mean, he made mistakes, he said some stupid shit at times, but the guy always wanted to play for Liverpool Football Club. The guy gave his all for Liverpool Football Club, and he did have some memorable moments. None of us will ever forget the header against Borussia Dortmund in the Europa League. I mean, still one of my favourite memories of recent years as a Liverpool fan. So we'll always have that Dejan. And look, he's going to move on to Zenit St. Petersburg. And like anybody else that moves on from the Reds, I sincerely wish him well. But coming back around to the centre-back situation, I do have some stuff on Ben White that I'll talk about in a couple of minutes as well. Graham Potter has been talking about the Ben White situation. You're probably wondering why Graham Potter is talking about him. He isn't a Leeds player. He is actually a Brighton player, but he has been on loan at Leeds for a few years. So I'll get on to Ben White in a couple of minutes. Have I seen Roma's new kit? No, I have not, mate, but I'm very much looking forward to the Nike Liverpool release. Did you see that? Some of the players actually got some special Nike footwear sent to them and that from Nike, and looked quite sharp, so well done to Nike on that one. Craig, the new kit looks sick, said Rising Baller. Speaking of new kits, ladies and gentlemen, do you know who else has a new kit? Anfield Agenda has a new kit, motherfuckers, and here it is. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she lovely? Get yourself one of these bad boys. There is a link in the description. I've ordered my one. Connor's ordered his one. And of course, when it arrives, I will be wearing it to show you guys what it looks like in person. But there is a link in the description if you want to order that. There's also a couple of new mugs that have gone up from Anfield Agenda on our Teespring site. That t-shirt is also available in red if you prefer red. I'm just somebody who likes to wear black. So, it's because I'm a fat cunt, and black makes it look a little bit slimmer, really. That's the truth about it. So yeah, there is a link in the description. There's a classic t-shirt, there's a premium t-shirt. I think prices and delivery will vary a little bit depending on what part of the world you're in, but there is a link in the description to that, and the mugs that Connor's put up as well. And most importantly as well, memberships, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to become a member of Anfield Agenda FC, membership to our wonderful little channel is only $4.99 a month. Click the blue join button or have a look in the description. There's a link there as well. For your $4.99 a month, you get access to the exclusive Anfield Agenda Discord group, which is where we chat about stuff offline. If you're already a member and you haven't joined the Discord group, check out the community tab, and if you're a member, you'll see a link in there to the Discord group. We'd love to see you in there. You also get all the custom emojis that Connor Crosby has designed for the channel. You've got so many to choose from, and they're going to continue to grow as well. As we get more members, we'll add more emojis. And you also get the Anfield Agenda badge beside your name. Now, what's the reason for that, or what's the importance of that? It genuinely helps me spot comments. So if you're somebody that likes your comments read out, if you're a member, your name appears in green to me and to other members, I think, but the badge also appears beside your name. And I've told you guys before, if you remember back in the early days, I've always said if you stick emojis in, it catches my eye. Well, so does the badge beside the name. The badge evolves as your membership evolves. So it starts off with a bronze badge, silver badge then, gold badge, and eventually when you're with us for 6 months or more, like Steve Booker or Steve Boo there, it becomes a red badge like the Anfield Agenda logo. So if you want to become a member, you know what to do. Hit that join button. Right, let's move on. Somebody did suggest to me that I put the Club World Cup on the desk, by the way, just to prove that I do read comments after stream. So to that person, There you go. You're very welcome. And it was a good idea, so thank you for that. Somebody else also, and a couple of people, emailed and corrected me about yesterday. We spoke about the Harvey Elliott medal situation, and I said that I don't remember him getting him a medal at the time. I was right about that one, but where I was wrong, and this was pointed out to me, is the club are given 40 medals, and they give medals out to everybody who's had 5 league appearances, and then they're free to do as they wish with the rest. Kloppo and some of the backroom staff, of course, Klopp made sure some of the backroom staff got that medal. So did Harvey Elliott. So again, thank you to everyone that sent me that information. I really appreciate that. This is why I love our community, by the way, because we share shit. Do you know what I mean? I tell you some stuff, you tell me some stuff. The only thing we're not going to share is money. Let's be quite frank about that, because I need it more than you do, motherfuckers. Right, let's move on. Do you think we'll reveal the kit like an hour before the game tomorrow like PSG did? No, I don't, because I think the agreement that we had was that we see through New Balance until the end of July, if my memory serves me correct. But I'd love to be wrong, Ryan. I really would. What else we got? Inter are the best Italian team. I think Juventus might have something to say about that, mate. Do you know what I mean? Since they've walked the league for the past few years. Right, let's move on to Koulibaly, because I know a lot of you guys like the Koulibaly rumours to Liverpool. It ain't going to happen. So Koulibaly's agent has been told by Napoli that they want a fee of at least £82 million for the defender, and Corriere dello Sport, I'm not ever sure how you're supposed to pronounce that name, say that the figure has been communicated to Liverpool, to Manchester City and to Paris Saint-Germain. The current buyout clause in Koulibaly's contract is believed to be somewhere in the region of €150 million or £130 million, whatever that equates to. And absolutely nobody in their right mind is going to go out there and spend €150 million for a player heading towards the age of 30. Somewhere, I think, around 65 million would be reasonable for somebody to pay for Koulibaly. But it won't be Liverpool Football Club, ladies and gentlemen. So to all those people out there that are hoping beyond hope, don't hope. It's not going to happen. Don't let yourself get hurt. He's a class defender, and if he does, by some miracle, arrive at Liverpool, I promise you, I'll be every bit as excited as the rest of you guys about this one. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Now, I did say I had something on Ben White as well. If you don't know who Ben White is a very good up-and-coming centre-back that's been on loan at Leeds for a couple of seasons, but he is a Brighton and Hove Albion player. But Graham Potter, is adamant that he's not going to leave the club in this window. This is what he had to say. He said, he's our player. He's got a long contract with us. I've known Ben for a while. I've been aware of him. I wanted to try and sign him when we were at Swansea. I know about his qualities. He's a fantastic player. He's done brilliantly at Leeds and helped them get promotion. That's fantastic for them, fantastic for him. But he's our player and we're looking forward to working with him. He complements us really well. He's got attributes that are really, really useful, and he's going to be a top player. And you know what? Graham Potter is absolutely right about that, because he is going to be a top player. I've been watching this guy for the past couple of seasons with Leeds. He is very composed. He can spot a pass. He can break the line. He's not afraid to carry the ball into the opposition half. I do like him, and I do wish that we went out there and got him. But at the same time, I'm also aware that we've got some very good young defenders coming through at the club as well. But I just wanted to give you a bit of an update on him anyway. What have we got? Always had a soft spot for Sampdoria. There's loads of Italian football chat going on for some reason in our chat tonight. I don't know, I'll leave you guys to that one. Right, so some more stuff to get through. Where are my notes? So, Adam Lallana. Lots of love for Adam Lallana on social media, and rightly so. And it looks like he's off to Brighton for the next chapter of his career. And I'm sure that you'll all join me in wishing him the very best with it. I meant to read something out to you guys yesterday from my notes that I completely forgot about. But if you don't mind, I'll do it today. Adam Lallana was speaking to the club's official site earlier on in the week. And when asked about his career highlight at Liverpool, this is what Adam had to say. He said, Wednesday night, the Champions League was amazing. Don't get me wrong, amazing. I didn't feature much, and obviously I had injury troubles that year, but it was great that I got back on the bench for the final because we were allowed 9 subs. So that was amazing, don't get me wrong. Barcelona and how that happened. But on Wednesday night, I really, really do feel like I've contributed to this season. Maybe not all the time on the pitch, but I've had some important moments. My goal at Old Trafford was lovely. I enjoyed it. But I've been some big moments as well, coming off the bench to see games out. It's over the course of a season, so everybody plays their part. There's a whole squad, a whole group of us that have played our part. I won't be there on Wednesday thinking I'm not sure if I deserve to be part of it or not. I'll be there knowing I've earned every bit of that, and I'm going to thoroughly enjoy it, and I can't wait. What a way to go out. As I said, that was during the week before the trophy presentation on Wednesday, but he was getting a bit emotional about it, Adam Lallana, and do you know what? Who can blame him? Because he's had a very, very good time at Liverpool. He's won some big stuff, won a European Cup, Club World Cup, Super Cup, Premier League title as well. I can't remember if he's won a League Cup or not as well, but he's been here. But I mean, we've all enjoyed having him here, and it looks like he's nailed on to go to Brighton. Melissa Reddy was posting about it. Andy Heaton of the Anfield Rap, I think, was posting about it as well. So Brighton have got themselves a very tidy footballer there, somebody who's extremely technically gifted, and Graham Potter does like to play football in the right way. So I can actually see that one suiting Adam Lallana down to the ground. And what do you guys think? Are you going to miss Adam Lallana at the club? Craig, when is the Newcastle preview? I'm not doing one, to be honest about it, Rising Baller. I mean, how can I do a preview about a game where I genuinely haven't got a clue what to do with regards to team selection? I haven't got a clue. I thought about this last night. I was going to send Connor a guess at the starting 11, and I haven't got a fucking clue what way to go about it. First time all season, I don't want to say I don't care about the result tomorrow, but I'm just going to enjoy the day tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to enjoy the last day of the season, just like I want to enjoy this stream, the last late night agenda of the season. So look, I honestly don't know about the preview tomorrow. I mean, I hope we're going to win the game. I don't know what 11 we're going to go with. I don't even want to make a prediction of the 11 we're going to go with. Now, if you guys in the chat or in the comments want to make a prediction about the starting 11, happy to read them out. Happy to read out your score predictions as always. Klopp spoke about setting the standards in training with regards to Adam Lallana, said Stephen Smith. Thiago transfer, I mean, if you're going to spell Thiago right, mate, at least, if you're going to have a pop, do you know what I mean, about the transfer. I've spoke about it, you're too fucking late, mate, do you know what I mean? Come in on time like the rest of us, and they go stand in the corner. Go stand in the corner like the bold boy that you are, sir. I'm only messing with you, Vamandu. I'll go and have a little recap now for you, pal. Sorry, I love winding people up at times. Right, let's talk about him again. So apparently he's handed in a transfer request. That's according to some reports in Germany. The Echo of still standing over the thing that they don't think that Liverpool are interested in Thiago. The report says that the player as well wants to move along with Jurgen Klopp, and that Liverpool have to convince, or Klopp has to convince the board to sign the player. His favourite number 6 has become available because Dejan Lovren's moving to Zenit St. Petersburg. That's pretty much it. There isn't really any way I can gloss it up. It's just being reported that he's handed in a transfer request. Now, what I will and probably should have explained earlier on is the relevance behind the transfer request. So if people are wondering, you know, why somebody hands in a transfer request, it can help facilitate a move, because if you hand in a transfer request, usually what happens is you don't get paid your 5% of any transfer fee. You also forgo sometimes some loyalty bonuses and stuff like that. It just saves the buying club some money, gives the selling club a little bit of extra money as well, and just helps facilitate transfers. Sometimes these things are made up with somebody getting a little bit of a higher wage to help along the course of their contract, but that is the reason why players hand in transfer requests. It's not just kind of, give me my move and here you go, here's this big piece of paper that I'm going to bang on the desk. No, there's a financial aspect to people handing in a transfer request. And if that is the case, then he's doing all that he can do to try and push through what seems to be the move that he wants, which is Liverpool Football Club to come and play for Jurgen Klopp. And quite frankly, who can blame him? Jurgen Klopp, the best manager in the world. And if you don't believe me, go have a look at the Bundesliga, where last week they held a vote, and one of the things they're asked to vote for was the best manager in the world. And I think Jurgen Klopp got something like 73% of the vote and romped home. So they know what's up in the Bundesliga. They know what a bit of Kloppo is like. And Thiago's always been very complimentary about Jurgen Klopp, as Jurgen Klopp has been, of course, about Thiago. So we'll have to wait and see. But it looks like it's inching there bit by bit by bit. And as I did explain earlier on, you do have to keep in mind that Bayern Munich are still involved in the Champions League. So that could be one of the reasons why it hasn't happened yet, or hasn't been announced yet. Or the Echo could be absolutely right and we may hold no interest. And Fabrizio Romano and everybody else in Europe that thinks we are spoofers, I side with the likes of Fabrizio Romano, Jan Fjorthoff, Christian Falk, that think we do have an interest in them, because it makes sense to me. It makes sense that Klopp would want another established pro in the dressing room, another winner in the dressing room, somebody that offers us something a little bit different. We're losing somebody like that in Adam Lallana. We're losing a senior pro in Dejan Lovren. We need to have experience in the dressing room as well as the great young players that are coming through. You've heard the likes of Graham Souness talking about it before. Any of the ex-pros that have won titles, they always say how important it is to have senior figures in the dressing room who've been there, done that, know how to see games out, know how to win league titles. We've seen the impact that Manchester City losing Vincent Kompany have had. Like, that had a massive impact on them, not just obviously from a defensive point of view, but just having that senior player in and around the dressing room. So it could be a masterstroke by Klopp. And again, I want to remind you about the impact Robin van Persie had when he came into that Manchester United team at exactly the same age, 29. So he's not too old. This day and age, I don't think 29 is too old, particularly when you're talking about a transfer fee of, let's say, £25 million. It's not out of this world. It's not astronomical. It's fairly reasonable. We know we're going to raise about 11 million from the sale of Dejan Lovren. We could well move on another couple of youngsters as well, or another couple of fringe players to free up another few quid. And maybe that's what the club are doing. Maybe the club are trying to get some players out the door before they can fund this transfer and get him in the door. And that might tie in with what I said earlier on about the fact that he's in the Champions League. So it might make sense. Might make sense that we're trying to move a few players on, get the money ready, see how he gets on in the Champions League. Hopefully he stays fit and healthy, and then Liverpool go and finalise everything. Because I'm sure if we're interested that there has been conversations between somebody from the club and his representatives. I'm sure they've got a rough idea of how much wages that he wants, what type of other image rights and all the other shit that goes along with contracts that I've got no clue about. So just keep an eye on it. That's all that I'll say on it. Keep an eye on it. Right, let's keep going. Who do you think will replace Shaqiri with? Takumi Minamino, probably, is my answer to that one, mate. I mean, if we don't replace him with him, we've got Curtis Jones that can come in and do a job. We've got Harvey Elliott that can come in and do a job. And I do see the opportunity created by Shaqiri moving on as one that will be taken up by a younger player. And that's the same with Adam Lallana moving on as well. What about us using our prize money, said Jadon. Yes, and I said this the other day in the stream, Jadon, mate. I have no idea how we've got no money. I have no idea. I'm absolutely baffled by it. And that's even allowing for the fact that obviously the club and all clubs have had to adjust their finances because of the massive impact that this global pandemic has had on sport and on businesses right around the world. So, I mean, I'm not just coming on here and taking cheap shots at the owners because I have the height of respect for the owners. But surely there's a few bob there. Look down behind the sofa, John. Do you know what I mean? There's probably a few quid there. What else have we got? Has anyone seen the 16-year-old striker? I gather that's in relation to the guy from Poland that we're look like we're going to bring into the club. He's been described as a generational talent. I think he's been watched by major clubs around Europe since he's been 13 or something like that. And Liverpool look like they're going to have to pay the club in Poland something. It was put out there to be a 6-figure compensation package for his training and footballing education, which is the norm when you're bringing in players like that. Hi Craig, I'm a United fan and I welcome here. William, of course you are, mate. We welcome everybody, and it's one of the things you'll know, chat, mate, is that it is extremely full of very kind, warm people. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to say that again, I just want to say thank you to everyone that supported us in that way. A little bit on Raheem Brewster now before we go in for the last half hour, and I'm just going to do the last half hour as a complete Q&A because it's our last late night agenda of the season. So young red striker Raheem Brewster has been receiving a glowing reference from his fellow attacker and current Swansea teammate Andre Ayew, and here's what Andre Ayew had to say. He said, Raheem has everything to play for. He has goals, he has speed, and he has power. He's still young, he has a few things to learn and improve on, but when we're talking about a pure finisher and a talent in front of goal, he has it all. He has everything a striker needs to get, and that's very important. When you're 19 or 20 and you see the season that he's had, if he continues to work hard, he's going to be a top player. The fact he's playing games every 3 or 4 days is teaching him a lot. He's learning to cope with it and play week in and week out, which isn't easy as the championship is hard. He's coped with it really well. Like every player, he's had his ups and he's had his downs, but he's scoring goals and playing well. I'm happy for him. He has big ambitions, and I pray for him to be able to get to this club or get this club up by his goals. So very high praise indeed from Andre Ayew there for Raheem Brewster. And look, You guys know how good Ryan Brewster is. You don't need me to tell you how good he is. The only question about Ryan Brewster is, will he go back out on loan next season, or will Jurgen Klopp perhaps want to say, do you know what, now's the time. He's shown me enough at Swansea that I know that he can cope. Bring him in and let's see what he can do. Again, I'd love to know what you guys think on this one, so please do let me know. Giants Nation said, love your work. Continue this awesome channel. Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate that. Craig forgot to charge his laptop. I have no idea what the fuck that's about, Kizzer. Are we live? Are we back? Somebody said the stream crashed. Are we back? Are we live? I don't know what's going on here. Sorry, you're going to have to fill me in, folks. Are we live or has it crashed? By the way, I don't charge my laptop. It's plugged in all the time, constantly. Minamino is a central attacking midfielder. No, I would consider him more of a wide attacking midfielder, or somebody who could play in behind. I mean, I'm shocked that Takumi Minamino has been played through the centre as a 9 when he's played for Liverpool. What have we got? We had an ad, said Tom. Well done, Tom. Well done. The stream went offline for a bit, but we're back now. It did crash, but back. Again, I've got no idea why these things happen, because nothing shows up at my end, but I do apologise if that's the case. Also, we've been listening to your feedback, and we're going to be removing mid-roll ads. So people often moan that there's a lot of ads when they go back to watch the Anfield Agenda streams if they haven't caught it live. That's because we have our settings set to default settings, so YouTube actually pick how many ads there are, not us. But we have listened to your feedback, and one of the things that has made us put the membership option out there is so that we can have less ads, and so that people won't have to worry about tuning into a stream and getting bombarded with ads. So what's going to happen moving forward is, if you're watching this stream back after it's been live, you'll get one ad at the start, and we'll remove all the mid-roll ads. Again, listening to your feedback, because without you and you guys, we wouldn't be jack shit. So we always want to try and do something that makes the viewing experience a bit better for you guys. What have we got? Hey Connor, how about all the trophies we've won on the front of the desk? There's just not enough room, mate. Do you know what I mean? There's not enough room to put them all on the desk. You'd be surprised how all this stuff is actually, delicately manoeuvred into place. Craig, I want us to win, but if we do, I'll still feel a bit bad that we drew with Burnley and lost the record. Oh man, you've got no idea. I'm devastated that we're not going to break that record of Manchester City's. You guys know, I've been saying it all season that I want Liverpool to go out there and break that record. And the best that we can do now is 99 points. And I'd rather we didn't get 99 points, if I'm being honest. I think there'd be something poignant about finishing with 96 points for obvious reasons. But I'll never willingly want Liverpool to lose a game. But tomorrow's going to be an interesting day. I mean, tune in. We're going to be starting at about 3:30. We're going to be covering the Liverpool game, obviously. And for those that aren't aware, the Liverpool game tomorrow was on BT Sport 2. Sky, for some reason, have no interest in showing Liverpool's last game of the season. Probably because we've already won the title and all that. And it's already hurting Martin Tyler enough to talk about Liverpool winning the title. So I've got you covered. We will be doing the game on Hot Mic as well. So if you haven't downloaded the Hot Mic app, go to your Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, download the app, and your sign-up code, by the way, for us is Anfield if you want to help us out, and we will be live on both platforms tomorrow as well. So look, that's all I have to say tonight. That's all the news and that's all the gossip and notes that I have, but because it's the last night of the season, let's have a bit of fun. You guys ask me whatever you want to. You guys put in whatever you want. I'm going to go through as many of them as I can. Super chats are open. Super stickers are open. All that kind of stuff as well. If you want to make sure that we're back next season. Do you know what I mean? Because, yeah, the pockets are empty. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm only joking. But they are empty. Very empty. So very empty. I see a tweet actually that Connor sent me earlier on that really fucking made me smile. And whoever this tweet was from, you're an absolute legend. So they put out there, this was the tweet. One sec. I'm going to scroll till I find it. They said, true elites of YouTube. And this was from a guy called Harry. He said, the true elites of YouTube. He's put in Red Men, no disagreement. He's put in True Geordie, no disagreement for me. He's put in Goldbridge, absolutely no disagreement. And he's put little old us in there as well. So Harry, thank you, mate, for making my day, because even to be mentioned alongside Redmen TV, True Geordie, Goldbridge, it lets us know we're doing something right and we're headed in the right direction. So thank you to everyone that's given us that support, because I still think of us as little old nobodies, you know what I mean? Just a couple of lads from Ireland that love the Reds and come on here and talk shite. So thank you. Right, over to your comments now. What's the Mbappe news? Oh man, that Mbappe news is massive. It's so big, in fact, that it's just obliterated and gone up into thin air, because there is no Mbappe news other than he went off on crutches last night after getting hacked down in that game. Right, what else have we got? How long am I taking a break for? A week. Although I say I'll take a break for a week, you know me, I'll probably do a couple of streams next week, because I can't be arsed taking a whole week off. Because if I tell you the truth, if I was to take a week off, I wouldn't come back. And that's the truth. If I took a week off, I wouldn't come back. Now, it's different if I go on holidays because I'm busy with my family, and I know. But what would happen to me is if I took a whole week off and didn't do anything, I'd end up getting stuck into something else, or I'd end up deciding that I'm going to do a degree or something like that, and I'd put all my time and energy into that, because I don't like being idle. I don't like not having something to get my teeth stuck into. So the reason that I'm not going to take the entirety of next week off is because I'm scared that I'll quit. I know that sounds weird, but my head is a strange place to be at times. Right, any truth to those Salah to Madrid rumours? Absolutely none, man. I mean, we see all this shit all the time. Salah linked to Madrid, Sadio Mane linked to Madrid, Bobby Firmino linked to moves away. It's because they're the best front three in the world, mate. So I take all these links to our players to these clubs as a kind of pat on the back for a job well done to us. But there are players, and Madrid can't afford Mohamed Salah or Sadio Mane, so no. What else is there? Did you leave Hot Mic? Nope. We did the last game on Hot Mic as well, Luke. We did take a few weeks off Hot Mic because there's a few technical issues that we needed to work out on our end. But we were there on Wednesday for the game against Chelsea, buddy. We did do that one on Hot Mic, and we'll be back on there tomorrow. Do I like KSI? Yeah, KSI. I don't know him, obviously, but yeah, of course I do. Absolutely. KSI is a funny dude and makes great content, and yeah, nothing but love, man. Yeah, no problem. KSI, again, if I ever met him, I'd say well done to him on a great job in what he's doing. But yeah, I don't really dislike anybody, to be honest with you, man. I'm not somebody that carries much hate in my life. How many signings do you think Liverpool will make this summer? It's hard to say that, because, I mean, would it count if we went out and signed a 16-year-old kid? Do you know what I mean? Let's go first team signings. I'm going to go for 2. I'm going to go for 2 first team signings this summer. What have we got? Nord said Issa Mandy is a fantastic central defender. I haven't watched too much of him, and this is the centre back, by the way, I touched on earlier on, that's in the final year of his Real Betis contract. Has been linked with a £10 million move to Liverpool. I think, if my memory's correct, he's an Algerian international, but I could be wrong on that one. But look, I'm glad to get some feedback on him, man. Thank you, because I haven't seen much of him playing. I'd sell Salah for Sancho and Houssam Aouar. Oh, do you know what, Shay? So would I, mate. So would I. I won't lie to you. I would. I would. I would. I'm not going to lie. KSI mocked us in the 2018 Champions League. Fair enough. I mean, that's part of banter, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to hate on somebody for mocking us for losing. We went and won it the next year, so it is what it is. Anyone else still happy about Firmino getting his goal? Yes, I was, because it won me some money, man. I had 100 quid on Bobby Firmino to score that goal, so I was definitely happy about it, yes. Right, keep going, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever you want to talk about, the floor is yours. Bobby would have at least another 10 goals if I could pass, said Stephen Smith. I don't know what that's about, Steve, but I'm sure you can pass, mate. He is Algerian, said Addison. Thank you, mate. Colin Robinson said Mondi is average. Arsenal rejected the chance to sign him. Yeah, but to be fair, Callum, I don't really rate Arsenal's central defenders or their choice of central defenders. So if we're going to talk about clubs turning down centre backs, Arsenal shouldn't be the ones that we look to when their centre backs are atrocious. Did you read Hendo comforted Minamino at the trophy presentation? The others never bothered. I did, and I seen the video, Jason, as well. Now, I'm not saying that the others never bothered, but I did see the part where Jordan Henderson. This just tells you all about Hendo. Craig, what's your opinion on 4-4-2s? Fucking hilarious. Brilliant. Love 4-4-2s. Someday, be God, you know you've made it. if you're on 4-4 tunes. So hopefully someday there'll be my bald fat ass running across a 4-4 tunes cartoon. But yeah, love it. Great stuff. I jumped up when Bobby scored that goal, said rack sheet. I think we all did, man. It was, do you know what? About that goal, as good a header as it was from Bobby, that cross from Trent, it was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Bobby didn't even have to break stride. It was amazing. Shay said the Houssam Aouar rumours have gone quiet. Now, what I did say, going back to the Houssam Aouar stuff, is I expect if we are to go in for him, that we'll be trying to lowball, because we know that Lyon, as well as many other clubs around Europe, have some financial hardship. So they look like they're going to miss out on European football as well, or they have missed out on European football, at least the Champions League football. So, but we also know Jean-Michel Aulas, the Lyon president, is very difficult to negotiate with. You've seen that many times over the years. I mean, you remember that with the Nabil Fekir situation as well. So for Houssam Aouar, I would expect if we were to go in, it would be something that would probably drag on a little bit. But you're right, Shay, they've gone quiet, but usually when things go quiet, that's a good sign, because I've also not seen many other clubs linked with Houssam Aouar, and many journalists will have said that, I think David Maddock was one of them, that Liverpool are monitoring Houssam Aouar, or are looking at Houssam Aouar, or considering him. So he'd be a very good player, somebody who I'd love to have at the club. Right, what else have we got? Let's keep it going. Any questions, by the way, that you want, please let me go. Mark Goldbridge is on 4-4 tunes. Yes, I know, but Mark Goldbridge is much bigger than we are, mate. You know what I mean? He's got like, what, 700, 800,000 subs, something like that. So, yeah, I mean, I can understand why he's on there. And he's class as well. Hi, Craig. Not a Liverpool fan, I'm a Chelsea fan. Thoughts on Havertz to Chelsea? Fucking great bit of business, man. I'm not going to lie to you. Werner, great business. Ziyech, really good price as well. Kai Havertz going there. Regardless of what the price is, he's a very good player. And Chelsea are putting together a good young team that'll challenge moving forward. Christian Pulisic is starting to show now what he can do. Yeah, just it'll be a good signing. I would love to banter or dress it up, but I always give my honest opinion. Good piece of business. What else we got? Elijah John 5 said, Mark looks like he's not going to make it. I don't know what that's about, mate. You're going to have to fill me in on that. Delwyn, how are you, buddy? Said Eve, I can't believe we haven't had one super chat tonight yet, by the way. How dare you, motherfuckers? How dare you? Last late night agenda, and not one. I'm only joking with you, but yeah, it is mad. Newland's waiting to dance, motherfuckers. He's waiting to dance. I don't even know where Newland is, actually. Let's see if he's there, is he? There he is. We're going to have to move Newland Crosby. Let's move Newland live on the stream so you can see how this shit happens. Look. We'll put him... No, we'll put him over here, will we? Yeah, we'll put him there. There you go. There's Newland. He's dancing. We'll turn it back off, though. Right, what else have we got? Are you going to be watching much of the games tomorrow? All of them, Fergal. All of them. We're doing a kind of a Soccer Saturday-esque thing tomorrow where we'll be talking about the Liverpool game and we'll be watching that, but we'll also be having an eye on all the permutations for the Champions League places, for the relegation places. So, yeah, we'll be talking through them all, buddy. Woodburn isn't going to make it with us. Oh, no, he's not. He's definitely not going to make it, mate. I'm with you on that one. It's a long way back from Oxford to Liverpool. We're all broke, Craig, so you can't have any of our money. Nah, I don't believe you, F477. I know you said you were a young lad the other day and all, but come on, mate, break open the piggy bank. Stop being so scabby. Shouldn't there priority be left back cover for Robbo? It is a situation that we are looking at, mate. Yes, I mean, we have signed Adam Lewis to a new deal at the club, but yes, left back is definitely somewhere where, from what I've read, we are looking at. DG Green, fuck off spamming comments, mate. You're putting the same shit in over and over, and all it's going to do is end up getting you kicked out, mate. And I know you said you're a Chelsea fan. I've already spoken about the Kai Havertz thing, but stop with the spamming in the same stuff. Quino, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it. The main priority has to be in the attack, said Shay. Mate, I could not agree with you anymore. I really want Liverpool to go out there and bring in somebody that's going to really push the front three. Now, Brewster, I know, is going to do it. He is going to do it. It's just a matter of, is this season the time to do it? But even at that, let's assume that Raheem Brewster's nailed on to make it. And let's assume, so that gives us 4 really high caliber attackers. Takumi, yes, he's another option. And Divock, He's a sub that's going to come on and make a bit of an impact. And I think if the right offer for Divock came along, the club might entertain it. I've drawn your attention to the image that was put out there on social media of Divock being the last one to leave Anfield the other night, and there was a picture of him out on the pitch looking at the cop. So maybe Divock could move on this summer. But yeah, I agree with Shay that the attack is somewhere that we should be looking to. Hey, Rafa's found some money. Well done, Rafa. First super chat of the night. Congrats on a great channel, mate. Up the fucking Reds. Really appreciate that, mate. And here, look, have a little drop of Newland there to celebrate. Look at him go. What a man. Is he a man? What a dude. Let's just say what a dude. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate that. Brewster is a baller, said Rising Baller. He is. What about Harry Wilson? I don't think he's good enough from what I've seen. I mean, he wasn't even playing all the time for Bournemouth, who were fighting relegation. So how is he going to play all the time or force his way into a Liverpool team that are fighting for the Championship, that are fighting for the European Cup, that are looking to win domestic trophies? I just don't think he's good enough. I do think that he has some moments of brilliance, but not enough that I've seen consistently to make him good enough to make it at Liverpool. But there you go. What's the rumour of Mo wanting away? I didn't know that there was one, Mr. P. I genuinely didn't know that there was a rumour of Mohamed Salah wanting to move away. I did a segment yesterday where I spoke about some comments that Mo made saying that you never know what the future holds, but that's kind of a stock answer that most professionals put out there. Obamacare, thank you for the super chat, mate. And Mark Caldwell, thank you very much as well. We are the champions. Boom, said Mark. Yeah, we are, Mark. Champions, buddy. Champions of the world and champions of England. Which trophy do you guys prefer of all the ones that Liverpool have won, by the way? I'm sure you've seen the images or the 4 images of Liverpool players and their families with the 4 trophies. Which one do you think's the nicest of the trophies? For me personally, I think the Premier League's a fucking beaut. I love that trophy. I think it's class. Who do I think will get relegated? Probably Watford and Bournemouth. I'd love Bournemouth to pull it out of the bag on the last day, though. I'm not going to lie. I'd love it. I'd love them to pull it out of the bag and beat Everton. It is Everton that they're playing, isn't it? United will get a result versus Leicester, said Elijah John 5. Yeah, I can't see them getting beaten, put it that way. And we know that them not getting beaten is enough for them to get into the Champions League. So I agree. I think that I don't know if they'll lose to Leicester or if they'll beat Leicester, but I can't see them getting beaten. Champions League trophy, Drew reckons is his favourite. The Club World Cup for Minamino, Shaqiri, Origi, the best trio. Could you recap the Thiago news? I will, Jack. Just give me 2 minutes, mate, to get through these comments. Premier League trophy for Rakshid as well. Rising Baller likes the Champions League. Premier League trophy for Scorpio FC. Champions League for LFC 3. Craig, at football training tomorrow. First one back since the lockdown. Enjoy it, mate. I'm sure you're chomping at the bit to get back out there on the pitch. So have a good one, mate. And stretch those legs and have some fun. It'd be good to see all your teammates as well. Champions League is our home, said Rising Baller. The European Cup for Shay. The European Cup for Mr. P. Look, I love Big Ears. Don't get me wrong. Oh, Big Ears is a sexy trophy, but I do love the Premier League one. It is a beautiful... The crown, I think, makes it for me at the top. Joel, thank you for the super chat, mate. They're coming out of everywhere now, the super chats. Do you think Liverpool could go and get Sancho and stop him going to United? It's looking very likely if he goes anywhere, mate, that it will be United. I think the only chance Liverpool would have to get Jadon Sancho would be if we put a deal in place that we didn't get the lad till next year. So we had an agreement with Dortmund that we'd buy him at the end of next season and that he stayed there for 1 more year. But from what I've read, he wants out with Dortmund. United seem to not want to go above 50 million and Dortmund want 100 million. So we'll have to wait and see. But I mean, if I was putting money on the table, it would be towards United, unfortunately. Rafa said, gonna stick $100 on a Man United win. That's the only way I can enjoy them winning the game. I've been like that a few times. So when this was going back a few years now, whenever we were in a cup final, I used to sometimes stick 20 quid on the opposition to win. Because if we win, I couldn't give a shit about the 20 quid that I just lost. Couldn't care less about it. But if for some reason we lost, then at least you've got a little financial bonus to, I don't know, help you get some fucking comfort food or a few drinks or whatever it is that you want. David Newell reckons Norwich, Bournemouth and Watford, but I do love all the teams in the relegation battle. You do think that they'll all win tomorrow? That'll be interesting. We should go for a Soyuncu, said Scott Horn, and they won't sell him, mate. They won't sell him yet. Premier League after 30 years, said Miskana. I'm with you. Premier League, man. I can't believe we've done it. I cannot believe we finally fucking done it. I was 8 years of age, the same age as my son, the last time Liverpool won what was then the First Division title. 20 needs to come soon. It's the sound of respect, said Alejandro. Yeah, I mean, next season, what do you guys want? If you could win one trophy next season. God, I seem like I'm talking about trophies a lot here, but you know what I mean? We are champions and we are collecting trophies. If you could win one trophy next season, what would it be for you guys? For me, honestly, hand on heart, I want the European Cup. We've won the Premier League now, and I get people that want us to go past United's 20, and hopefully we do, but I have a love affair with the European Cup. I absolutely fucking love Liverpool and the European Cup. What have we got? Jack Grealish is also talented. We should sign a playmaker like him. I don't think we'll be signing Jack Grealish, but if Villa go down, I doubt he'll stay there, to be honest. Elijah John 5 reckons Grealish is inconsistent. Right, so here are your answers. Premier League again for Rafa. Keegan, good use of the WFM emoji, mate. Well in. Let me know, by the way, has anybody treated themselves to the old... where's it gone? Has anybody else treated themselves to an Anfield Agenda FC t-shirt? Because I know a few of you guys have bought one, because I know obviously from the sales of the t-shirts, but I just don't know who. So let me know if you've bought a t-shirt, and let me know if you like it, by the way, because I fucking love it. I can't wait for mine to arrive. All of the trophies to the LFC 3. Premier League trophy for Jackie D. And I will do that recap about the Thiago news in a minute, mate. I promise you. Delwyn wants the Premier League as well. Connor Walsh said, my dad was 17 the last time we won the title and I'm 17 now. Nice poetic sound to it. I like it, mate. Well in. Again, same with me and my son. Except he was 8. I was 8 and he was 8. Right, Champions League for Rakshid as well. The first trophy I ever saw Liverpool win was the Capital One Cup against Cardiff. On penalties, if my memory's right. No, that was the Birmingham one. Or was Cardiff one on penalties? Yes, it was Cardiff on penalties, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Cardiff, because didn't what's his name play for them then? Andy Johnson. Wasn't he playing for Cardiff back then? Would I rather sign Thiago or Sancho? Sancho, every day of the week, obviously. It's a silly question. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to say it's a silly question, but I'll be surprised if anybody answered anything other than Sancho to that. Sorry. Salah needs to improve his weak foot. He definitely needs to shoot a bit more with his right foot. No denying it. Jamal Lewis is left back cover. Yeah, so we've been linked with Jamal Lewis and we've been linked with Lloyd Kelly, who you probably remember has been linked with before he moved to Bournemouth. They're two left back options that I've seen us linked with in recent weeks. Obviously, Jamal Lewis and Norwich have been relegated, so he probably will be available for the right price. And if Bournemouth go down, I don't know what the situation is with Lloyd Kelly, but again, of those two, I'd probably prefer us to look at Lloyd Kelly. Right, let's keep going. Premier League, strictly then the European Cup, said Stephen Smith. Treble incoming next season, says Rising Baller. Did I see Salah's comments on Colombian radio? Yes, I spoke about them last night, Liam. I did a whole segment on them at the end of last night's stream, buddy. And I thought I read too much into them, but other people in the chat seemed to suggest that it was just a general comment from a player. I thought, probably like you, by the sound of what you're saying, that that maybe he was hinting a little bit at a possible move down the line. Craig, any particular signing from the relegation fodder? Yeah, for me, Todd Cantwell. I've said this before. If we were to sign somebody from the relegation fodder clubs, a realistic signing, Todd Cantwell would be the one that I'd go for. Hello, mate. I'm the City fan that comes in now and again. Congrats on 40k. You've shown me nothing but love in this chat, and as a City fan, I get a lot of hate. Wishing you luck in the future. Thank you, Ronald. And look, what we always say, mate, is anyone that comes into our chat and shows respect to us and the other people in the chat will get love back from us, mate, no end. We understand banter, we understand opposition fans having a bit of crack, but we'll always try and be respectful, buddy. So thank you for coming back in, thank you for the congratulations, and Just thank you for being a nice fella. What have we got? What about Tagliafico? Haven't seen any links to Tagliafico at all, Stephen. Again, though, but if you have, please do let me know about it, because you know me, I love a transfer rumour, so I'd love to read up on it. I think now we've won the Premier League and Champions League. Either go for the treble or let's try for the FA Cup next year, so Klopp has won all the trophies. He hasn't won a League Cup, Justin, so he'd have to win the League Cup as well. Do you agree with Hendo over Kevin De Bruyne for the player or PFA Player of the Year? Personally, it's individual performance award, not for leadership. I said all along, actually, that the three people in the conversation for me were Sadio Mane, Kevin De Bruyne and Jordan Henderson, and I couldn't really argue against any of them getting it. Kevin De Bruyne has had an excellent season and is a world-class footballer. If he gets the award, I'll be the first one on here congratulating him. If Jordan Henderson gets it, and he did get the Football Writers Association Award for Player of the Year, and congratulations to him on that, I'm fucking delighted for him. On that one, you guys might have seen the picture where Hendo's with his award and the entire squad is behind him. Now, there were two omissions from that, and they were Dejan Lovren and Sadio Mane, and a lot of people were wondering why they weren't in that photograph. Well, Dejan Lovren was busy helping to tie up the move to Zenit St. Petersburg, so he was doing a little bit of business, and Sadio had a very, very, very minor knock that needed a little bit of attention. Not enough to make him a doubt for the game against Newcastle, but enough that he wasn't there when they were taking the picture. So there's nothing sinister about it or nothing too much to read into it. That's why the two of them weren't in the image, just in case anyone was wondering. Right, I think now we've won the Premier League. I've done that one. So back to the De Bruyne thing. My vote would have been for Sadio, actually, strangely enough, man. So, but whatever, whoever wins it deserves it. I mean, I have no arguments if De Bruyne gets the award, none at all. I didn't like the saltiness from Pep, by the way. I mean, what is it about opposition managers at the minute just being particularly fucking salty? I mean, I would have expected it from Solskjaer, but I haven't actually heard much from him. Obviously, we had that clown Pereira talking nonsense about fucking James Milner and Virgil van Dijk, and he can go off and do one the fucking absolute no mark. But what is it about Lampard and Pep? Pep's being really... we are so in Pep Guardiola's head. It's unbelievable. I'd love to do the double next year, especially with Thiago coming in since Scott Horn. I think Elliott will get a first start against Newcastle. That's why I haven't done my predictions or my preview for the game tomorrow, because I haven't got a clue what type of selection that Jurgen Klopp's going to go with for the game tomorrow. I don't know if he'll go strong, or I don't know if he'll go with a whole load of kids and the lads will be still there in sunglasses because they're hungover from Wednesday. I genuinely haven't got a clue. So I didn't even try and pick one. What have we got? Pep, man, what the fuck is that bloke on? What has he said? He's basically said that De Bruyne won't win the Player of the Year because Liverpool win all the awards. I mean, just absolute saltiness galore from Guardiola. He's such a fucking bad loser, isn't he? I mean, he really is. Even when they won the league, now this isn't to do with Pep, but when they won the league, when they pipped us last year, they were singing about us after winning the league. Now, you've all seen many videos of Liverpool celebrating after winning the league. Do you remember seeing one video where we sang about any other club? Doesn't happen, because we're only concerned about us. Guardiola needs to shut the fuck up and just be concerned about Abu Dhabi FC. Trent's free kicks are beautiful to watch. They absolutely are, man. That goal against Chelsea, that free kick, I could watch that over and over and over again, never get bored of it. It was stunning. Craig, you've just said it. Liverpool are in their heads. Yeah, we are. It's great, isn't it? I love it. I think Kevin De Bruyne should win the Player of the Year, but I'm back in Hendo, said Blake. You couldn't really put up an argument if De Bruyne wins it. You couldn't. He's had a very good season. He's an excellent footballer. Lampard is on course to being the next Pep, said Alejandro. I don't know what that's in regards to, whether that's in regards to the saltiness or whether that's in regards to his managerial ability, because he looks like he's doing a decent job as manager, to be fair to him. James Milner did call Man United a bunch of wankers. Did he? Fair play to him. Well done. But James, the difference here is that James Milner has earned the right to be a bit arrogant, Blake. That's kind of where I'm going with this, man. Virgil van Dijk and James Milner have won shit in the game. They've been there, they've done it, they've proved themselves, they're at the very pinnacle of the game. Andres Pereira is a fucking nobody who can't make it at United and is out there saying that he thinks these guys are arrogant and he doesn't like them. I don't even know if Virgil van Dijk's ever fucking heard of Pereira, to be honest with you. And Milner's right. Fuck him, I agree with James Milner. It makes me love Milner even more. Except for Rashford, respect to him. Yes, massive respect to Marcus Rashford. Everything that he did for the school lunches, full credit. And I gave him loads at the time as well. Nothing but respect for Marcus Rashford. Seems a very, very nice young man. Where in Ireland am I from? Two answers to that, I suppose, mate. Now, I live in Wexford, but I was born and raised in Dublin. Have you seen Carriers to Montpellier? Source BBC. Yes, Kieran, we spoke about that a couple of times, mate. Sorry, that came across a little bit snotty, buddy. I didn't mean it to. Yeah, we spoke about it on the stream a couple of times. I think the figure of around 6 million was being mentioned, if I remember correctly. And I've always said that Loris Karius' future will not be at Liverpool Football Club. He will move on wherever that may be. When you said it first, I thought it was a bloke from Watford. I can understand why. Watched Bruce's press conference earlier. He basically said, I hope their players are still drunk for us to have a chance. Always praise Klopp big time. Look, it's you can't but praise Klopp because he's a top manager. And yeah, I'm intrigued by tomorrow's team selection, I have to say. Milner is a Leeds lad who played for a city who's always going to think United are wankers. Yeah, probably. What have we got? Do you think the price is right for Lovren? Also, any thoughts on centre-back cover? Yeah, I mean, for somebody who's the wrong side of 30, for somebody who's in the last year of his contract, I think that 11 million-ish for Dejan Lovren is probably around right. Well, I remember when I asked you guys about this a few weeks ago, the figures were going between 10 and 15 million pound for Dejan Lovren of what we thought in the chat. So, yeah, I think it's a reasonable fee. Now, I know he's got 1 year left on his contract, but it's important to point out as well that Liverpool let it be known that they had an option to trigger a year's extension on Dejan Lovren's contract. And people at the time were losing their fucking minds about it, saying, whoa, why are Liverpool extending Lovren's contract? I told you why. It was to protect his value. And now you've seen why, because we're after getting a decent fee for him, because Liverpool let it be known that, yeah, you think he's got 1 year left, but we've got an option to trigger it, so it's actually 2 if we want it to be. And that's why they always said that they might trigger that at the end of the transfer window. Right, move on. 514 people live in the chat. Look, please do hit that subscribe button now. Because this is the last late night agenda of the season, ladies and gentlemen, let me know. Will we carry on for a bit longer, or do you want me to fuck off and go away? I won't be offended either way. I'm happy to sit on here and chat for a little bit longer, because it is our last late night agenda of the season. Have I mentioned that it's our last late night agenda of the season? Because this is our last one. But do let me know what you want to do. If you want to talk more transfers, I'll do that. Give me a thumbs up if you want to stay on for a bit longer, or give me, I don't know, whatever you want to tell me to fuck off. I won't be offended, I promise you. Anyway, I did promise the gentleman that I would go back about the Thiago stuff, and I'm going to do that now. So, according to some reports in Germany, Thiago has submitted a transfer request to try and force through his desired move to Liverpool. The report says that as well as the player wanting the move, Jurgen Klopp has also asked the Reds board to sign the player, and his favourite number 6, of course, is being freed up now with Dejan Lovren moving. So, look at the love for Craigo in the chat. Oh, you guys are fucking class. Thank you. Really appreciate it. So yeah, we're staying on. Fuck it, let's keep going. Let's go old school. Do you remember the good old days? Who's here since the start? Anybody been here since less than 500 subs? Because we used to do 3-hour streams when we started. Marco, how are you, buddy? Said I'm a big Liverpool fan from Serbia. Lovely to see you win, Marco. Thank you for being with us, pal. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the stream. I don't think I've even said that tonight, you know. And again, memberships are open if you want to join Anfield Agenda FC. All you have to do is click on that blue join button if you want to become a member. And if you don't see it, have a look in the link below. Craiginho said nobody important. Oh man, I've got about 50 nicknames for myself, honestly. I go around the house and my wife will tell you this, just singing stupid songs. She'll come into the kitchen and I'll be singing about what I'm doing. So like I'll be like, I'm cooking the dinner, oh yeah, rashers for Craig. That's literally the shit that goes on in my house. I'm just going around like a fucking lula singing shit all day long. Dave Smith said you were the 8th subscriber. Wow. That is old school shit, man. And Tom Boland will always be the first one to comment on an Anfield Agenda stream, by the way. I'll never forget that. Jackie D, my problem. Not my problem. Oh, give up, man. Give up. My pleasure, mate. I was going to say my problem again. My pleasure, mate. If I told you I'd get back around to it. No worries. Do you think we'll get Thiago? I'm afraid to answer these type of questions because usually when I answer in the affirmative, it doesn't happen. So, yeah, I do think we might do it, you know. I think, looking back on comments that Jurgen Klopp has made about Thiago during their time in Germany, he pointed him out as one of the best players in the league. So, I think Klopp admires the player and understands how good he is. And Thiago, if you look back on him speaking about us when we knocked him out of the Champions League, he was saying that our midfield were just a pressing machine. So, yeah, I think there's a bit of love both ways. But then again, I felt that there was a bit of love both ways around Timo Werner as well. And that didn't work out too well, did it? Season starts early September. It starts September the 12th. September the 12th. And the last game is... It's either May the 23rd or May the 24th. I can't remember, but that's when the season's going to be starting. Transfer window as well runs from July 27th through to October 5th. Joanne said, from the very early days, not sure how many subs. Yeah, thank you to everyone that's been with us on this journey, man. I look back at some of the old streams, the really, 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 really early streams, and I don't even recognise myself. And the confidence that you guys have given me, and it is you guys that have given me the confidence. It's not the numbers, it's the feedback. You guys have really just brought me out of my shell a lot, so thank you. I feel like I say thank you way too much, by the way, but I can't help it because I genuinely fucking appreciate the support that we get. How old is the guy? Which guy? This guy? 38, if that's what you're asking about, Josh. If it's somebody else, sorry. But I'll answer that as well if I can. I hate transfer sagas only because of Fekir, said Louis. That scarred us all, Louis, mate. I'm not going to lie to you, man. That scarred us all. Thiago will make us stronger in midfield. I don't disagree with that. He will give us another option as well. Did you make a score prediction for tomorrow? I haven't got a clue. Let's go 3-1 to the Reds. But don't ask me for a starting 11 because I haven't got a clue. I think I came in around 16k subs, said Rafa. So that would have been the round before we played Barcelona in the Champions League, I think, Rafa, if my memory is correct. I think when we played Barca, we were at around 18k, something like that. Werner has not signed yet. Oh, yes, he has. Sorry, John, he has signed. He signed for Chelsea, mate. They've put pictures of him up in the shirt. It's all done, dusted. When are you going to do the Q&A on Instagram? Yeah, Delwyn, sorry, I keep forgetting about that, mate. Sorry, I'll do it, let's say, Monday or Tuesday, because we're supposed to be taking next week off. But yeah, sorry, Del, I did say I would do one, mate, and I will, I promise. I was here since Craig had a Mo Salah type afro. Never, mate. Thoughts on Nagelsmann? He's turned Leipzig phenomenal. Yeah, he's a good young manager. I kind of took a little bit of a disliking to him when he came with Hoffenheim. He seemed a little bit arrogant at the time, but maybe he was just protecting his club. I just didn't like that he came and said that he's not scared of the cop and he's not scared of Anfield, and then he realised that, well, he should be. But yeah, he looks like an excellent young manager, he really does. Have you heard about Mateusz Musialowski, the young Polish kid who we're signing, 16-year-old? Yes, spoke about him on the stream, being described as a generational talent. Loads of clubs around the world have been watching this kid, I think from the age of 13. And he is going to be a Liverpool player. He's going to sign, I think he's going to sign whatever this latest version of schoolboy contracts are, and then he'll sign a professional contract, I think, when he turns 17. And will also have to pay something over 100 grand, I think, in compensation to his club. Stephen Smith says Thiago only if Genie leaves. Again, we touched on yesterday. I said to you guys that Fabrizio Romano had said that Liverpool are still hopeful of extending Genie Wijnaldum's contract, and their representatives are still in contact with his representatives, and they're trying to work something out. Rakshit said Werner's transfer to Chelsea hurts me a lot. The one that still gets to me is the Pulisic one. I could see exactly where he would fit into the Liverpool team. I could see the marketing opportunities. I could see the love from America for Liverpool and for him. And with American owners, I will genuinely never understand why we did not go after Christian Pulisic. He would have been absolutely perfect for us. New member, who have we got? UK Beach, welcome back, buddy, to Anfield Agenda FC. Very welcome to the family. Thank you very much. If you want to become a member like UK Beats, make sure you click that blue join button or have a look in the stream description. Buddy, don't forget to join the Discord group as well. Have a look on the community tab of the Anfield Agenda channel. And if you're a member, which of course you are, you'll see the link there to the Discord group. Financially or emotionally, which... Sorry, mate. I say so much shit that I forget which thing you're talking about. I finally became a member. Well, great to have you with us, man. Thank you for your support. All your memberships and stuff like that will ensure that we're fucking here next year, so thank you. You know Firmino's a Rodgers signing, not a Klopp signing. Don't remember saying anything to the contrary, mate. Sorry. I think he was signed though with the next manager in mind, if I'm being honest with you. And God, what a signing Bobby was. But yes, he was a Brendan Rodgers era signing. Would Arthur be a fit at Liverpool? Well, no, and he's just signed for Juventus, man. He went from Barcelona to Juventus with Miralem Pjanic going the opposite way. Is Jamal Lewis from Norwich good? He's got potential, but he's still young. Rafa, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, buddy. Well, you were a member before, mate, but you've upgraded your membership. Thank you very much. Welcome. Lovely to have you back with us, sir. If you had a chance to play for a club, which club apart from Liverpool? Barcelona, 100%. I've said this many, many times on the stream. I'm a Liverpool fan through and through, but I've always had a very, very, very soft spot for Barcelona. So if I couldn't play for Liverpool, Barcelona. If I had to pick an English club to play for, Newcastle. I fucking love the Geordies. I love their fan base. Passionate, raucous, get behind their team. Yeah, I'll just imagine walking out in front of those Geordie fans. If you're any good, they back you to the hilt. And I love what they did with Rafa as well. So, yeah. Thank you for the question, though. Liverpool should sign Aubameyang. I love a bit of shithousery, Alfie. I don't understand why more destabilisation of players hasn't taken place. I think like clubs should just go out there and put in bids for players just to try and destabilise them at their club, just for shithousery. I love that type of stuff. Aubameyang, I can't see it happening, but if I'm Aubameyang's agent right now, I'm saying to Arsenal, I want 350 grand a week. I want Mesut Ozil money or fuck off. That's what I'd be saying. If you're willing to pay Mesut Ozil that ridiculous money, I want that money. I'm basically carrying this club right now. Give it to me or I'm off. That's what I'd be saying. See, again, this is why I love our subscribers. Everybody in the chat just welcoming Rafa. I love it. I love it. Right, I'm going to keep going, ladies and gentlemen. I know we've been on here a while, but I don't feel like stopping. I'm going to carry on. Did the trophy lift amaze you, Craig? I'm still recovering. I thought it was brilliant. So, you know, it could have been very dull. It could have been very awkward, Edmund. But fair play to the Premier League and fair play to Liverpool for the way they staged the trophy lift. The fireworks and all were amazing. You could see what it meant to the players to have their family there as well. I thought they did a very good job. I have to say, credit where it's due. Trent has been amazing this season. Absolutely. And he's only 21, Judah, which is scary to think, isn't it? Can I ask you guys a question? So, regular viewers of the channel, you can see tonight we've changed it up a bit. We've got rid of the surround that we used to have around the outside. We've blurred the background a little bit. We've put in a new desk. Do you want us to stick with this layout going forward? Thumbs up for yes, you like it. Thumbs down for no, you prefer the old one. Again, we want your feedback because it's your channel. Great idea using the cop for the presentation, said Dave Smith. Yep, it was amazing. Vardy is underrated. I don't know if he is, man. I don't know if he's underrated. Right, LFC fan 3 doesn't like the new one. LFC fan 96 does. Drew does. Most people seem to like it. Good. What have we got? Blake prefers the old one. LFC fan 3 prefers the old one. Cool. I mean, again, there's not going to be any back and forth from me here. I genuinely want your feedback, good or bad. I'm big and ugly enough to take it on the chin. Plus, obviously, if it's bad, I'll just blame Connor. So that's, that's the way out of these things. Rising Baller. I think most of you guys like it. Nice. And one more thing before we finish. Well, not finish up, but again, if I can ask you for another vote, thumbs up or thumbs down on this, on the t-shirt. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Do we like it? Don't we like it? You're not ugly, Craig, mate. Did I say I was? Ryan? Genuinely, I probably did. That's why I'm asking. I don't remember half the shit I say. Is that a real desk or CGI? Oh, completely fake. The desk is fake. The chair, that's real. Listen. Chair's real, but the desk, all that, completely fake. There's a green screen behind me. Change the Club World Cup to the Champions League? No. And the reason why I won't change to the Champions League, mate, is because we've been knocked out of the Champions League and I don't feel right putting the Champions League trophy up there when somebody else is going to win it this year. That's the reasoning behind it. What else have we got? Love the new settings, said David. Thank you. I like the t-shirt, said Dave Smith. Nice. Thank you very much for that. You did say you're ugly. I probably fucking did. There you go. Do you know what I mean? I don't remember half the shit I say. Any new songs, do you mean, coming up? I don't know. Anyone asking about the chair, by the way, it comes from a company called Serendipity Furniture. And let me just move so you can see. It's got the Liverbird on the chair as well, and it's got my surname embroidered into it. And that's all done by Serendipity Furniture. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on Instagram. It's a family business run by Paul and Beth. Tell them we sent you and they'll give you a discount if you want to buy yourself one. What have we got? I don't know what Quiston one means, Marco. Sorry. I don't know what you mean by that, buddy. Craig, you going to do a watch-along of the final? Yes, we'll be doing watch-alongs of the playoffs. We'll be doing watch-alongs of the FA Cup final. We'll be doing watch-alongs of the Champions League. So even though the season's over for Liverpool, I'm going to carry on doing some stuff after we take a few days off. Can we sign Son Heung-min? I'd love us to. I think he'd fit in brilliantly, but I can't see Spurs selling him. What happened to LFC Focus? No idea, Hassan. It's gone over my head, mate. Sorry. The chair is beautiful, just like the fella sitting in it. Oh, thank you, mate. Appreciate that. I love when people lie to me in a nice way like that. Imagine Craig with Salah hair. If I could fucking grow a beautiful head of hair like that, man, I'd have it. Trust me, I would. I know I said before I feel dirty with hair, and I do. But if I was to have hair, oh yeah. It would be a massive big head of hair. I'd love it. Curtis Jones, actually. Curtis Jones-esque style hair. That would be something I'd love. Do a watch along for the Swansea game? Yeah, might do. Actually, no, that's tomorrow, isn't it? No, can't do it tomorrow, man. Doing the Liverpool games. Liverpool game and the other game. Sorry. But we will keep up to date with what's going on. What do I think on the Thiago rumours? How many's in the chat now? Still over 500 of you guys in the chat. Please do hit that subscribe button, by the way. Surely there's 100 of you guys that haven't subscribed yet, so we can make that number tick along a little bit. So if you haven't subscribed, please do hit it. Pat said new shirt next week. I'm really looking forward to it, Pat. I've got my finger ready to press the order button, man. I'm going to go full on World Club Champions or World Club Cup badge in the middle. I'm going 6 times. I'm going full on Champions League style for the home shirt when I order it. Would I rather have Foden or Greenwood? I like Foden. I have to say. I mean, Greenwood's a very good player, but I'd probably take Foden at this moment in time. But they are two very good players. I mean, again, I'll give you my honest opinion. I could say they're all right because they're not Liverpool players, and they're both Manchester clubs players, but they both look like good talents. But I like Foden. I like anyone who can unlock a defence like that. Ronaldo or Messi? Messi. Every day of the week, man. I'll never understand how anybody would go for Ronaldo over Messi. How do I become a member? Right, if you don't see a blue join button, if you look in the description of the stream, Naveen, there will be a link to our membership. If anybody can copy and paste that link, by the way, and put it into the chat, now it would have to be one of the members because they're the only people, or one of the mods, they're the only ones that can copy and paste links and put it in. If one of you guys can put it in and help them out, then please do. Maybe I can do it, can I? Let me see if I can do it from here. 1 second. I hate getting distracted and doing stuff because I really am somebody who can multitask. Nope. Definitely. Oh, hang on. Maybe I can. You fucker. 1 second. See, this is why Connor does all this shit, because I'm an idiot. Yeah, no, I can't do it. Somebody else is going to have to do it. Somebody else will do it. This is why we need a Crosby. Right, let's keep going anyway. Milner or Messi is the real battle of the GOATs. Saka or Greenwood? Greenwood. I think over Saka, Greenwood. But Saka again looks like a very good player. Goldbridge has Ronaldo over Messi. Well, he's wrong. It's simple as that. I respect Mark on so many things, and I don't speak bad about anybody, but fuck off. Messi's a better player than Ronaldo. It's obviously because the United link probably, but Messi's a better player. It's as simple as that. But then again, we all see football differently, so just in my opinion, Messi is the greatest player that I've seen in my generation. I mean, Maradona is my favourite player of all time, but yeah, Messi's just class, to be fair. Thoughts on United getting top 3? I really don't care. Mate, I don't mean that to be rude, but I'm only concerned about what happens with Liverpool. And we've won the league. We're in the Champions League next year. I don't give a shit if United finish 3rd, 4th, 5th. Doesn't make any difference to me whatsoever. And again, I don't mean that to be disrespectful, because I just don't give a fuck about Manchester United. Thoughts on the Nike deal? It's good for the club, Delwyn, and looking forward to the kit being released. I'm looking forward to seeing how much on top of that guaranteed 30 million that Liverpool make. Seems like nobody's been able to put the membership link in. Right, I'm going to have another bash at this. If the stream crashes, do you know why? Okay, where is it? Also, by the way, shout out to our... Where is it? Fucking stupid thing. Oh, I might have it here. Hang on. Oh, I think I might have it, ladies and gents. Shout out to our other social media accounts, by the way. We're on Instagram at Anfield Agenda. There we go. There's the link for the memberships there. If you want to become a member, click on that link. I finally did it. Do you know what I mean? I didn't even blow up the stream or anything. Yeah, we have 3 other accounts. We've got Anfield Agenda on Twitter, Anfield Agenda on Instagram, just at Anfield Agenda on both of those. And we also have a brand new Facebook page, and the link to all our social media accounts are in the description of the stream as well. Instagram is absolutely flying for us. Like, we're growing 100 followers more a day on there at the minute. So again, if you're on Instagram, get over there, give us a follow as well. Relegation choices. I think it'll probably stay as it is, but I'd love Bournemouth to get out of it somehow. Well done, Craig, said Mark. It's just, man, I'm terrible. I'm so fat-fingered that I'll just hit off the wrong thing and just make the stream end. But yeah, managed to get it into the chat there. So hopefully somebody uses it and actually clicks on it to join, become a member. What else have we got? What about Milinkovic-Savic to Liverpool? There's been a couple of rumours. I've only ever seen rumours, and this is a good while back, linking Milinkovic-Savic to United. And not to Liverpool, man. So Any offshore accounts? Why? I'm fucking broke. This always makes me laugh. People often say to me, is this your full-time job? Or, do you make much money from this? Let me put it to you this way. We're still paying off the equipment that we bought to start this channel. I drive a 9-year-old Renault Megane estate. I live in a council house. I am far from fucking coining it in on this channel. Trust me. So no, I do this because I love it. I do this as a hobby. I do this because I love you fuckers. Now, do I want this to become a full-time job someday? Of course I do. I would be lying to you if I said that my dream would be to talk about Liverpool and to make enough money to make a living from it. Of course. And it would work around my home life as well, because I've an autistic son that needs a lot of care and attention, and myself and my wife don't get out much together and we don't get much spare time and stuff. And this is what I do for my enjoyment and my spare time. So yeah, I love it. I'd love this to become a job someday. I'd love to make this my living someday, but I don't feel like I'm owed anything or anything like that. So we'll just wait and see what happens. The way I've always looked at this channel is, if we go about making decent content and we have a bit of fun and we're nice to people and we cover things that people want to talk about, the channel grows and all the other stuff will fall into place. That's the way I've always looked at it. I mean, I could make a lot more money now by teaming up with betting companies and, giving you guys special offers, and the amount of shit that we get asked to sell, phone covers and all this stuff. We get bombarded with it. But it's not right for our channel, and I don't want to be pissing off people that give up their time to watch us, because I know how competitive this marketplace is. So any little relationships that we strike up are genuinely ones with companies that we like, companies that we think we can have a long-term relationship with, or ones that we think will benefit you guys. So, and we spoke earlier on about removing the ads. So you're just going to get one ad if you're watching these streams back going forward. Mightn't be today, but we're still working on the tweaks of this. And we've removed the ads. We're going to remove the ads after just one ad at the start and no more, because we listen to your feedback. It's your channel. What have we got? VAR better be improved next season. Oh, Delwyn, man. VAR has been one of the banes of my life this season. So, Joanne, thank you for the super sticker, by the way. Really appreciate that. So VAR in the Premier League, we delayed it by a year, right? Delayed it by a year, and they still make a bollocks of it. How? How is that the case, that we delayed it by a year? There's still over 500 people in the chat, by the way. Wow, thank you. Thanks for being here with us. So we delayed it by a year because they wanted to see how it worked in other leagues. And that was okay. I had no problem with that. But then when they bring it in, they bring in this half-assed version of VAR where they kind of bottle out of making the referees go to the monitors at the side of the pitch. So many other things about VAR I think are good. I mean, the offside, whether you agree or disagree with it, it's generally accurate, or as accurate as it can be with the technology that's available now. The goal line technology, amazing. It's failed once this season, actually, I think, but other than that, it's pretty flawless. But what really annoys most football fans out there is nobody expects referees to be perfect. Nobody doesn't appreciate how difficult a job it is for referees to referee a game that moves so quickly and that stuff happens and that they have to make a decision in a split instinct. So VAR was brought in to give the referees an option. If you're not sure if it's a penalty, if you're not sure if it's a red card, go over to the side of the pitch and have a look. And then you can make your own mind up. What we've had happening is referees saying, no penalty. Then it goes to be reviewed by VAR. And this is the genius of what the Premier League have done. And I mean this in a negative way. I mean, to them, it's the genius of what they've done. To me, it's a farce. They've put it so as there's this really high threshold for decisions being overturned. And that does my fucking head in. Because you're not going to have referees in the VAR room wanting to make their mates or make their fellow referees look bad. And Pierluigi Collina, the greatest referee of all time, even came out and talked about this very thing and said that it's the wrong kind of solidarity that's being shown by people. We all understand that nobody wants to make our teammates or our workmates or our colleagues, we don't want to undermine them. So this is where this high threshold of stuff being overturned is bollocks. They need to go and have a look at the monitors. The referee can then decide, okay, I got it wrong. let's overturn it. And he's the man making the decisions. Or, if it's a female referee, of course, she's the one making the decisions. And we'd all be happy with that. But this whole, there isn't a high enough threshold for it to be overturned, it's nonsense. Nonsense. Naveen, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, buddy. You did ask for the link, and fair play to you, buddy. You did become a member, so thank you so much. Right, Craig, do you think Lallana will start at Newcastle? I hope so, but I will understand if he didn't, and here's why. You know that he's going to be signing for Brighton. That news is breaking today. Heaven forbid the guy picked up an injury that, kept him out for Brighton. So I would suspect that he won't play tomorrow, and I would have no problems if he didn't. Of course, from a sentimental point of view, I'd love him to. I love Lallana, and I wish him well whatever he does with the rest of his career. Obviously, that will be at Brighton by the looks of it, but I've nothing but love for Lallana, honestly. VAR is like a Chinese takeaway food. It's called the same thing, but it's slightly different everywhere you go. No consistency. That's a very good analogy, mate. Well in. Lallana's not on the squad. Oh, look, Crosby shows up. After Craig needs the link for the memberships, Connor saunters in with the whole Lallana's not in there. I'm only joking with you, mate. I didn't know that, so thank you, Connor. Lallana's not playing, to Dave Smith. I've already been corrected on that by Mr. Crosby, Dave. Thank you. Mystery man or girl. I love that name. What about Messi's father, his agent, being spotted at Inter Milan's ground selling him because of their debt? I didn't see that, but Messi could. There was a clause in Messi's contract that he could have left Barcelona for free, remember? So if he wanted to move on, that would have been the time to do it. I think that clause has since elapsed, but Messi's always said when he leaves Barcelona he wants to go back to Newell's Old Boys. That's what I remember. But I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, look, we'd love Messi in the Premier League though, wouldn't we? I mean, if you really want to test yourself at the end of your career, so come play for the Reds, Lionel. Do you know what I mean? We'll welcome you, mate. You know what the Cop's like. You've already bottled it in front of the Cop. Imagine what it's like playing in front of the Cop in a red shirt. Do you know what I mean? So come on, I'll give you a hug, mate. Will that seal it? We won't be able to give you the money that you want, but other than that, we'll be alright. Connor said apparently Lovren didn't train either. He's been tying up the details of the deal, mate. We spoke about that earlier on. If you were here, Crosby, you'd know that. But you know what I mean? Mr. fucking half a job Crosby drops in and out when he feels like it. Nah, I'm only joking, Connor. We talked about it earlier on. Thoughts on Ben White? I love him, and he's the centre back who would like to see us go and sign, Lewis. And again, I've got a little bit of stuff from Graham Potter, who is technically Ben White's manager. He's been at Leeds, but let me just get the stuff up for stuff. Right, so Brighton manager Graham Potter is adamant that Reds target Ben White won't be leaving the club in this window. Speaking about him, he said he's our player. He's got a long contract with us. I've known Ben for a while. I've been aware of him. I wanted to try and sign him when we were at Swansea. I know about his qualities. He's a fantastic player. He's done brilliantly at Leeds and helped them get promotion. That's fantastic for them, fantastic for him, but he's our player and we're looking forward to working with him. He complements us really well. He's got great attributes, really, really useful, and he's going to be a top player. So we'll have to wait and see. We need a fuck you Craig emoji. Thumbs up if you're in favour of it. How dare you, sir? How dare you? You've already got a Craig's beautiful head emoji, Crosby. Don't be coming in here with your part-time efforts, mate, giving it the big fuck Craig emoji. I mean, people will get confused, by the way. If you put up a fuck Craig emoji, people will think it's an instruction, and I'll have ladies queuing up in my front garden. I mean, more than normal, Connor. Do you know what I mean? I know you don't suffer with that affliction, mate, but when you've got all of this to offer, do you know what I mean? Pearl Sabrina's out there beating him off with a stick. Whittaker or Till? I don't know, man, but I'll be watching that fight later on. I'm really looking forward to that one. Craig gonna ban us off and the thumbs up. Nah, I appreciate the shithousery. I've said that to you before. I love a bit of shithousery. 540 new banned accounts tonight, say Connor. Right, ladies and gentlemen, 9 minutes and we're going to finish it up. So we're going to finish up at 10:15. So anything that you want to put into the chat, have at it. I'm just going to read them out. Again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're here with us for the first time and you're enjoying the stream. Great to have you with us. Really appreciate your support. But hit the fucking subscribe button and give us a thumbs up, please, because we want to get to 50k and we need your help to do it. What have we got? Do we need a backup goalkeeper? Adrian's not good enough. Yes, Jason. I would say we should be looking to get a backup goalkeeper, mate. But let me just remove this image, by the way. You're probably sick of looking at the t-shirt. Right, there we go. Yeah, I agree. We should get a better backup goalkeeper. Someone who can really come in and challenge Alisson. Again, Ergin Kakir. I know you're sick of me talking about him. He's a reasonable fee, about 25-30 million quid. Playing for Trabzonspor in Turkey. Been long linked to the club. And look, I don't mean to be disrespectful towards Adrian, because when we signed him and we moved on Mignolet, I thought it was a decent piece of business. It was a nice, handy, quick signing to make. But if we really want to keep the pressure on all of our players, then we need to have somebody as a backup keeper who can really challenge Alisson. Now, Camille Grabara looks like a talented young keeper. Quivin Kelleher looks like a talented young keeper, but they haven't had the experience yet. Is the UFC worth watching tonight? I would say so, yeah. I mean, there's not many other fights on yet, so I would say yeah, until boxing gets back in August. Thoughts on Klopp's quotes about Thiago? They seem similar to Minamino's. Can I get more specific? Louis, can you give me the actual quote that you're talking about, buddy? If you have a chance. What's my favourite chocolate? Well, it's okay, there's two answers to this one. I love a whole nut. I'm not gonna lie, man. I love a whole nut. But does anybody remember Marabou? So they're like this kind of, I won't say tube. They're this yellow packet of chocolate cylindrical sweets. Marabou, my favourite chocolate of all time. I absolutely love it. And I can never find it anywhere these days except on Amazon for Hollywood prices, which I refuse to pay. But does anyone else remember those Marabou sweets? I absolutely... Now, I'm not saying Haribo. Marabou. I think they're a Swedish company. Man, they make delicious chocolate. Do you still miss Werner? That's who didn't sign him. Oh, man, look, I'm not going to lie to you. I would have liked Werner and I would have liked Pulisic. Liverpool should sign Ajax goalkeeper Onana. Again, he'd been linked with Chelsea. I have a suspicion Kepa won't be at Chelsea by next season. They've been looking at Jan Oblak, but I don't think Oblak will leave it, Letty. Onana's another option that they've been looking at. And I think Areola was linked somewhere as well. I don't know whether that was Chelsea or whether that was Manchester City, but I think it might have been Chelsea. Are we going to sign Thiago? I've always said, Red Bull, I don't claim to have any inside knowledge of our transfers. I was convinced that we were going to sign Timo Werner, and look what happened there. So, if I had to put 50 quid down, I'd probably edge towards yes, but then again, don't take anything I'm saying. You can buy them in IKEA. Oh, hello, Sharon. A little trip to IKEA for me it is. Imagine that. Craig goes into IKEA with the shopping trolley, gets to the checkout, nothing in it, no fucking furniture in it, just full of chocolate. There you go, love. Put that through for us. There you go, Marabou. I'm going to check that out, man. If that's the case, I'm getting my ass to get me. So if anyone wants to post me some Marabou, by the way, please feel free to. There is actually somebody, by the way, who posts over sweets to my son. Genuinely, I'm not messing. Posts over. I don't want to name the person because I like to respect people's privacy, but genuinely, she posts over sweets to Lucas every couple of times a year, and it's just a lovely touch. Oh, by the way, if you're looking for my address, it's 1 Anfield Agenda Boulevard, Craig Street, Crosby Boulevard. I know there's 2 boulevards in there, but I'm making this shit up on the spot, so bear with me. Earth, and that'll get here, I promise you. What have we got? Replacement fullback would be Sergio Dest. Don't know who the fuck that is, man. I'm not gonna lie. So they'll have Willie and Areola. I know all the body parts, Stephen. Excuse me. It is lovely, isn't it? That they post over for my son this week. Like, it's just such a kind thing. What have we got? Liverpool need Lala. I don't know, man. I'm fucking Lala myself most of the time. Be a great deal for about 25, 30 mil, and he could play right back and Trent could move into midfield. Lala. I swear you people just make shit up at times. Joanne, there's so many ways I could make that a dirty joke, mate, but I'm gonna not. Joanne loves a 2-finger Twix. I'm leaving it at that. Should open up a P.O. box. Why? So people can tell me to fuck off by post. What do I think of Mike Tyson fighting Roy Jones? It's going to be an 8-round exhibition, probably with head guards and padded gloves. Extra padded gloves, I should say. I don't know what to make of it. I'm glad it's not an actual real pro fight, but I don't know what to make of it. Lala is Strasbourg, search it. Okay, Alfie, cheers. I bet your son's favourite drink is Lucasade, but no. I'm actually embarrassed to tell you what he drinks. Oh, it's the bane of my life. Honestly, next to him supporting United, he drinks Pepsi Max. Oh, the shame. Oh, the shame. The shame. He drinks Pepsi Max. And this is a Diet Coke household, but he prefers Pepsi Max. I don't know what to say to you. What have we got? Kenny Lala, they're talking about. Very good right back. Oh, just for the bants alone, signing somebody called Lala. There's so many songs. There's so much fun we could have with that. I drink Pepsi Max at F477. I'm Diet Coke all the way. Right, look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a night. This is our last late night agenda of the season. We will be back tomorrow, though. We're going to be doing a Soccer Saturday-esque coverage of all the games that are going on tomorrow. So we're going to be doing the Liverpool game. We're going to be covering the race for the Champions League places. We're going to be covering the relegation as well. Connor's going to be here with me. Our coverage is going to start at 3:30 tomorrow. We're going to be on Hot Mic. If you don't know what Hot Mic is, just go to your app store and search for Hot Mic. HOT, separate word, MIC. It's an app that allows you to sync up our commentary direct to your television the way that you're watching the game. Great piece of kit, completely free to download, completely free to use. Again, a shout out to our Instagram account and to our Facebook and Twitter accounts. If you're on Facebook, have a look in the description below the stream. There's a link there to the page. If you're on Instagram or Twitter, at Anfield Agenda is our account on there. Please do give us a follow. But most importantly, hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and thank you for another amazing season on Anfield Agenda. We're going to be taking a few days off after tomorrow, but then we'll be right back with you guys, working towards next season, looking ahead to the transfer window. Thank you so much for your love and support. Enjoy your weekend. I hope to see you tomorrow. Did I mention that we're champions? Because we're motherfucking champions. I love you, crazy bastards. I'll see you tomorrow. Up the road.